Hey you guys, what's up? So it's my second video on this channel, and today we are going to talk about a very important topic, and that is family. Yes, you heard me right. We are going to talk about family. So for most of you it must be like a boring thing to talk about family. I mean, who does talk about their family, right? So the main motive, the main reason behind this video is that why we should value our family. Now, when I conclude this thing, when I start actually the topic, I want to just share my personal experience. So my bonding with my family members, they have seen a lot of fluctuations. I was not someone who had a very good bonding with their family members. And I know most of you who are in your late teens, you must can resonate with the same thing. So it's kind of a relatable thing for almost teenagers of this age, teenagers of this era, who have a very different needs from life and from their relation, from their bondings and their family. Of course, there is a huge generation gap, right? They must have some other expectations, they must have some other needs from your life. They expect something else from you, so your expectations about life and their expectations about their life does not coincide at any level. And here comes the main problem, here comes the main issue, why the bond of a teenager is not much good with their family members. There is some sort of stability required in a relation that I cannot see in my personal life, that till this time that stability has not been in my life. But now, since I'm growing up and my perception and the way I perceive things are changing, I thought of sharing it with you guys. So guys, things really start hitting hard when you face some sort of calamity in your life, like when you're going through a very tough phase of your life, when you look around for people, when you look around for your emotional support, when you look around for a shoulder, there is no one except your family. Yes, you heard me right. It doesn't matter howsoever bad bond you have with your mom or with your dad. There are times when you're going to feel low, that there are times when you're going to feel discouraged. The only one person you can rely, the only one entity in the whole universe that you can rely is your family. And trust me, I too have experienced this many times. Even though you have a lot of friend to talk, even though you have a lot of people to share your problems, but the one who truly care about them is your family. And for most of you, you might be thinking, what is she speaking rubbish? In my case, my family are not supporting. They don't want me to go for my higher education, they don't want me to do this, they don't want me to do that. So it's always that rooted mindset, that old mindset that they possess. They do not have anything to do with me and my growth in the personal life. But for us to understand this, that they were born in a different era and we are currently living in a different era, and for them to be flexible, for them to be actually understand us, we need to give them time, right? We need to give them space, we need to make them realize that yes, I am right at my place, and things can work out if we both can adjust and if we both can understand each other views. So if you are having a good communication and there is nothing sort of miscommunication about you and your family members, among your siblings, then things can work out. Even though your parents want something else, even though in any aspect, even though you are not that good, especially while communicating, then you should change this habit. You should try to look things from their perspective and analyze that what their mindset is, and then go and communicate to them, keeping that perception in your mind. And trust me, things are going to work out. So yes, so I am going to move to college for my higher studies, and I realize the importance very soon. I feel like it must have taken me a lot of time. If I would have stayed at this place, if I would have stayed at my hometown, then I'm damn sure my bond and my perception with my family members would have not changed this drastically. I must have been living in that matrix and that same mindset about and the same perspective. But when you take a step forward, right, when you try to change, when you try to move out, and when your life hits you, basically the whole point is when life hits you, you realize, you actually get to know things that yes, this is what truly matters. The only one that truly matters are they. After all, they too are human beings, they too can make mistake, but always keep your heart open and always be ready to forgive them, even though they have hurt you to a big extent. I know sometimes it's hard to forgive others, but remember, they are your family and they are not going to make you feel very bad, and they don't want to see you, in a bad situation, they don't want to see you in a bad condition. All they want is your growth. And I know that in this era there are many parents who actually need to work on themselves, who actually need to try to understand their children, their especially their their children and their demands from life and what their expectations are. But let us, why not try to put efforts from our side and not expect much in return? So yeah, the final message is, at times we forget to look around us, the people who have always been with us. So why not also make them feel that they too are humans, and forgive them and try to build and try to establish a good bond with them. So yeah, that was the whole point of the video. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.